here's the book Choosing Simplicity, which was authored by Venerable Bhikshuni Master Wu Yin and translated by Venerable Jendi, and I was the editor of it. So in actually this one, the history starts in 1993 when we had a conference of Western Buddhist teachers with His Holiness, and the topic of the situation of Western monastics came up. Venerable Tenzin Palmo presented that session, and she talked about the sincerity that many people had going into monastic life, and then the lack of support, and how difficult it was for some people to continue. So His Holiness at that point started weeping, and that's when he said to us, you know, don't wait for us to do something, you go ahead and create a good situation for yourself, and if you need help, come and we'll help you, you know. And so that was a turning point for me in terms of getting the courage to start the Abbey. But part of the history of starting the Abbey is the first thing that we thought to do was to have a program for Western Buddhist nuns. So it was Venerable Jampa Chukyi and I who were the main organizers. She was in India, and I was living in Seattle at the house around Green Lake at the time. And so we planned to have this program in Bodh Gaya. This was before the days of email. The best we had was fax. You know, planning things in India is never easy, but when the best you have is fax, and sometimes that doesn't even work, it was quite a challenge to plan this. So also, especially because she wasn't in Bodh Gaya, the site where it was going to happen, but somehow we organized it, you know, and we invited Venerable Wu Yin to come and teach, you know, consistently every day. It was a 3-week program. And we also invited Geshe Thupten Nawang from the Hamburg Center to come and teach every day. So they were both teaching Vinaya. And then we had about 200 people there. The far majority were nuns. And so some of the senior nuns were giving talks in the evening. And so the talks in the evening by the senior nuns got edited and became the book Blossoms of the Dharma. Okay, and then the talks of Venerable Wu Yin got edited and made into this book of Choosing Simplicity. So it was a wonderful opportunity, again, to work on one of my teacher's teachings, because I transcribed everything and then started to edit it, and I had to refer it to Venerable Jendi with all of my questions. I'm a powerhouse of questions. And she had to check it, and then we had to put it back together. But it came out as this book, Choosing Simplicity. And it's the only book I know of that is explaining the Bhikshuni precepts from a practical viewpoint, from the viewpoint of practice, not from the viewpoint of scholarship and academics. You know, but because she explained, you know, what is the Vinaya, what is community life, how you live together, the purpose of the Sangha. And then instead of teaching the precepts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, she grouped them according to the particular attachment, a particular affliction that they related to. Okay, which was very, very helpful in showing us how to keep the precepts and how to look at our mind and what to work on in our mind in order to keep the precepts, because there's a whole group of precepts that are, you know, about attachment, and a whole group of precepts about deception, and another about harming others, and so on. So very, very helpful. And so Snow Lion very kindly published this, and I don't know if it's still in print. We may have to privately publish it at some point. I'll have to write to Snow Lion and see if it's still available. But it's really a wonderful book, and it really makes you think.